Okay, stop researching and start acting on your customer feedback. That could be like the banner headline for customer experience management over the past few years, because the majority of CX technology and platform providers would have you believe that actually customer experience management is all about collecting feedback from customers after they've had an experience, reporting on that feedback, using analytical tools, examine the key drivers, do the sentiment analysis, then present and report that information to your leadership team in your business to try to secure sponsorship for improvements across the board, which is fine. But the problem is that you do that once, you do it again, you do it again, you do it again. It just becomes this sequential habit of mining and gathering more information, piling it on top of each other, tracking that, watching numbers perform, and then you call that either success or failure. Very little of that effort actually goes into the transformational work, so the action that needs to happen past the point of measurement. And we've talked before on these sorts of videos about how the insights die in the handoff. Well, the problem is because your expensive dashboard is designed for viewing, not doing. With that comes the risk that actually the data that's in those dashboards, it's not treated as an asset. It's a prisoner behind clicks, logins, purviews, layers of visualization, clever widgets, graphics, different tabs and dashboards you got to click through to. So if you've ever surveyed your end users of your expensive dashboarding solution in your company, you might find that actually they don't really engage with that technology at all because they just find it too complicated to get to a what the hell am I supposed to do next scenario. What's more important is that we're turning that information into positive action, which actually has an impact on the customer experience. Now, the key here is timing. As soon as you capture feedback from a customer respondent, the clock is ticking. Now, there's good industry research done by agencies who manage customer experience programs that actually show us that within 48 hours is an optimal time frame to close the loop with the customer. Now, that's the inner loop. The outer loop of customer feedback management is that we then take that feedback into the organization and work with our key stakeholders around us to transform the experience, enact the change, work on the service elements which are just falling short of the customer's expectation. Now, we're not just doing everything the customer asks us to do. Much of it may be wishful thinking and we can't do those things, but we can continue to listen. And critically, none of it should be a surprise to us. We should already be aware of our pain points. What our customer feedback is giving us is confirmation that those are the pain points that affect them and their perception of our company and our brand reputation. So, data in these dashboards isn't a report, it's an alarm. It's a warning signal that should be going off. That's really an alarm to say, this customer, these accounts are at risk. Do something now. Now, in the time it takes for us to present those insights to our leadership team, that clock has been ticking that whole time since the customer gave us feedback and even before that. Because we shouldn't think of a survey as the only point where we sit up and take notice of what our customers think about us. So true customer experience management at the large scale level should never be about understanding or interpreting scores. It should be about knowing who we now involve to fix the problem, remediate the customer issue, or just simply dialogue with them about some of the experiences that they're having. A great CX system, therefore, doesn't just collect and report on data and produce pretty charts, graphics, and dashboards. It should be delegating accountability to the person that A, should care, and B, is accountable. The customer experience team are not accountable for client relationship management. You probably got really well-paid people within your organization that are responsible for that. So they need to know this stuff. And that isn't through giving them a login to a dashboard where they have to go and find this stuff out for themselves. There is a financial outcome to closing the loop quickly, right? So again, industry research has shown us that companies that react quicker don't just see a more satisfied customer at some point further down the line because then they become more trusted. They actually see revenue protection. When you move from archiving data to actioning it, then you are moving from just CX being a reporting function to actually becoming a profit center. So this has been the first video in a series of these that I'm going to produce around the topic of Stop researching and start acting. And the next video that we're going to look at will be one of the biggest failures in customer experience management, which is just turning scores into management reports. So watch out for that one to come next.